right,
So
what's
I
your
will
thoughts,
say
Sonny?
this about the women's Royal Rumble. I think that the men's is going to be better this year because like it feels like an NBA 1992 dream
It
team
feels like
with the
Christmas.
amount of like stars that they have assembled. But I think the women's rumble is still going to be very entertaining because they do like to give us surprises, whether it's NXT or TNA or even like some legends. And we know that WWE has signed like Jacqueline to a Legends deal, Victoria, and I know Mickey James also still has connections with WWE. So it's
What's up,
very
Matt?
possible that like we do get surprises in the women's more than the men.
Oh yeah.
But I think overall, like the build up to this Rumble match, I was very disappointed because usually every year, like it feels like they put more effort into the women's build than the men's. But this year, for some reason, they didn't really give us a build until like last minute. Like we got a couple backstage things, like I'm entering the Rumble.
They were
I'm
focusing on
entering
Raw
the
and
Rumble.
Netflix. That's the biggest thing.
But
That's
the
the
thing
bottom
is, what
line.
I liked about the men's this time around was we got a nice promo, maybe like a 5 to 10 minute promo, like in the ring, and
Nah,
it,
it's
like it
men's.
meant something.
Men's.
And it kind of built some value into the men's rumble. I wish we got the same thing when it comes to the women. Like, give us a segment like of somebody saying like like why they want to enter the rumble, why do they want to go to WrestleMania and go for the championship. That's what we got in the men's. Why didn't we get that with the women?
Because they were focusing on Raw and Mania. I mean, Raw and Netflix, and that is the 100% bottom line as to why it's been so slow, man. They had to pick and choose, and they had to cut what they wanted to cut. And honestly, for what it is worth, for everything that's going on and going into a new era, a lot of time gets focused into that, man. But for what it's worth, I think on both sides they did pretty solid for what they had to work with. And to promote Raw on Netflix and Royal Rumble was going to be a
It was a
hard job to
challenge, I
do.
agree.
It's a big
But
challenge,
but
and
I
this
don't
is
know,
a
I just
challenge no
feel
one's had to
like
do.
but I feel like with the men, they did a great job promoting their Rumble match. The women, I felt like they could have given us some more
They
time.
promoted more of the
But I
men's
do get the
because of star power.
challenges though. I get the
It's the star
adversity.
power too. Like this isn't your regular Royal Rumble. We got Roman Reigns, we got John Cena, and CM Punk in the same Rumble. They want to hype that dude because that is a must-see Royal Rumble match, and I can understand it because if we're gonna be realistic and look at the women's roster right now, we're struggling. Like yeah, we have some big players, but we're struggling in terms of new. So I think they're choosing to keep the women's kind of more under wraps for what's coming.